miss me? I lost access to this account. Didn't think I was ever going to get back in. But my husband gave me a couple suggestions, and here I am. I'm so sorry for leaving you hanging. So it's been a while. Thanksgiving, my baby turned 1. I still can't believe I have a 1-year-old. I do have a TikTok. I did make a video with some pictures for her birthday that I will post after this. Everything went good. She was breech the whole pregnancy. I think one ultrasound she was actually head down, but the rest she was breech. So the day of the scheduled C-section, they give me an ultrasound and I find out that she's flipped. Yeah, so, and this child is proved to be don't count her out kind of kid. Also, postpartum hair, it's growing back. Like, I lost a ton. Like, yep, that's what this is. But, you know, I'm excited. I'm getting my hair back. But anyway, so we ended up being able to do a normal vaginal birth. I was in labor for 28 hours in total. I pushed for 2.5 hours. I do have the bad back. And I did explain it to the hospital. And they acted like they understood. But during pushing, I asked if I could push on my side. And I was well aware that I could push on my side, even with an epidural, because I had done enough research. I was flat out told no. They made me push 2.5 hours flat. And because of that, a top disc started coming out above where I had the epidural. So I could feel it, and it felt like a heart attack. And so I wasn't able to push correctly. And they kept screaming at me, telling me I was doing it wrong. But it was because I was in so much pain. The anesthesiologist who redid the epidural came in and explained to this room full of nurses what was going on, even though I had been telling them. So they finally let me flip to my side, but by then it had been 2 hours. I couldn't push fully because the disc coming out. I did try for another 30 minutes. It turned into a 4-set birth. They did get her out in 2 pushes, but it turned out she was face up and stuck on my pelvis bone. And so I wasn't going to be able to push her out. Now, if I had been on my side and started, it might have turned her and helped. There was a lot of other things that happened. I ended up with gestational diabetes that put me on insulin. They took my blood sugar after I was normal. The recovery room tried to give me 16 units of insulin, and I refused it. I woke up after a quick nap they let me have, and I felt really off. And I made them take my blood sugar, and I was at a 60. And the nurse laughed and looked at me and said, "If you had taken that insulin, you wouldn't be waking up right now." Just stuff like that happened. Stuff with my baby. It was so bad that when I called patient relations, they actually wrote my whole $23,000 bill off. And that same hospital, about 12 months later, killed my grandma, that was in October, and it's really hard to talk about. I don't want to go into details because I don't want to cry, but yeah, this is not the hospital you want to go to. Anyway, back to happier things. She's healthy. She does have a scar on her head from the forceps, but it's right here, so her hair will eventually hide it. She was born with hair. It's like a reddish tint in the sun. She looked redheaded when she was first born, but now it's kind of like they call it like a dirty dishwater blonde. She's doing well. The only side effect she has from her birth was she was breech for so long that she has tightness on her left side. So it's kind of like a torticollis, like babies can get in her neck, but it's her whole left side. So she's doing physical therapy, and within 2 sessions, she's already army crawling and pulling herself up when before she was just barely rolling. So I think this child will be walking within the next month because she's already pulling herself up on her own and trying to take a couple steps forward while holding herself up. So super smart. She recognizes mom and dad. She calls dogs dogs. She'll tell you the sound a dog makes. She loves Miss Rachel. It's still a dream. I can't believe it. And on top of that, we would really love to give her a sibling, but we're not going to do fertility again. So if it happens, it happens. Next, I will post the video of her birthday pictures I made. I'm so sorry I left you guys hanging. It was not intentional. I just couldn't get back in. All right, have a good rest of your day.